one team that you would want to face in an NCAA tournament game as a potential Cinderella team to pull off the upset, who would it be and why?
Oh man, that's tough. That's tough. I gotta think of a team that overlooked me. Let me think. Like probably, I grew up a North Carolina fan. I probably want to beat Roy Williams or Coach K. Well, I love to beat Coach K and Duke. Really any team, really. Yeah, probably, but it'd have to be North Carolina or Duke. You know, a North Carolina school. Would probably beat Shaka Smart at Texas. That made me real happy. You know, beat the Texas Tech Raiders. You know, any Texas or North Carolina school. You know, or anywhere in between in the country. So really anybody,
Well, just don't
just
beat Duke.
send
You could beat
anybody
North
home.
Carolina. You could beat anybody else. Just don't beat Duke.
Texas
Okay?
isn't hard. They're not a good tournament team anyway.
I'm a Duke fan. I'm a Duke fan. I wish you went to Duke, Duncan.
Oh man.
I'm rooting you on, man, because I love your. First of all, I've seen video. I was at a party on Saturday. I went to my friend's 50th birthday party. I'm 38. I'm a lot younger than him, and he's a
Yeah.
DJ. He's a very well known DJ, famous DJ, and he had it at his house. And my friend was showing me videos, and I was watching. He's like, "Yo, watch this kid, Duncan Powell. Watch what he does, one on one." And I was watching some of your clips, man, and I was like, holy, and I was like, I think I'm interviewing him on Monday, and I know my friend was like, he's probably locked down listening to this interview. So Justin is a big fan of yours. He's watched a couple of clips on YouTube about you. You've got some game, man. You really do. And your development, your skills, being that you're going into college for maybe 1 year, 2 years before you decide you go into the NBA. And I know I believe I believe that these kids that are coming out of high school, if they are qualified or they're good enough to go into the NBA, they should be allowed to. And I know that it can change your family's life when you get drafted. So I'm rooting you on, man. I want you to succeed. I want you to be an NBA pick, and I want to be invited to the NBA draft with you, man. I want to interview
Oh,
you
for sure.
first. I want to interview you first before all these, these hungry hippos, when
For
they're
sure.
jumping around trying to ask questions for you. ESPN, that they're a sellout organization, or CBS or any of these organizations, TNT, trying to find a way to get answers from you. When the truth is, I think you're a young kid, and you have all the ability in the world to go out there and prove to people that you not only are you going to be a success story in college, but a success story as a professional basketball player.
Arrow will love you more if you're part of a 15 or 16 seed that upsets North Carolina.
That, or you get
Yeah.
drafted by the New York Knicks. Then I'd be
Oh
really
man.
happy. Then I'd be really happy because then I get to watch you for the next 10 years and dominate something that the Knicks have not had in a very long time, a successful power forward. So
Duncan, I'll be
Yeah.
happy if you guys become the next UMBC too. Just keep that in mind.
Oh, for sure.
I actually picked that, by the way, because I was hating on Virginia all that year. So if you guys are the next ones, yeah, it would be awesome.
I would love to watch you in March Madness. It to me, it's out of all the best time to watch professional sports or college sports is in March because you have the NBA playoffs, you have the NHL playoffs. You're talking about OTAs for football and getting ready for football season, and then you have March Madness, and then you have not the Masters, but you have the U.S. Open or whatever, and you have so much stuff going on. There's so much great things going on, and the one thing that really stands out to me is March Madness. It is the most exciting thing to watch. Everybody, including people that don't even watch college basketball, their eyes are locked in that tournament for almost 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
I want to watch you play, man. I want to watch you succeed. I've been very impressed with some of the clips and who you are, man. I want you to be a friend of the show. I'd love to get you on when your season starts next year. Hopefully, there's a season, which it seems like there will be. And with this COVID-19, it's been absolutely horrendous.
Yeah. Rick Pitino already quoted in saying he wants to push the season back. Have May Madness.
Well, Rick needs to learn how to, stop doing stupid things on and off the court.
Yep. Yep.
Before he opens his mouth and he takes over another coaching job, I think Rick needs to learn how to slowly but surely be the last person to mention anything because the guy's he's been wrapped up in his own little stupidity. So, anyways. Duncan, before we let you go, I want to ask you a couple of crazy questions. Are you ready for these crazy questions?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. And I want you to be honest with them because we ask all our football recruits, our NBA recruits, all of them. Boxers or briefs, and why?
Man, boxers, I need some room to breathe. You see, I can't be wearing no briefs around.
Well, you're a basketball player. You don't have to be hit like a football player. Football players like they're two friends to be locked in and tight over there. I'd be the one of the guys.
That's them. I ain't played football since 8th grade. I can't really speak for them, but basketball players, we carry ourselves a different way.
That's right. Well, you're also a lot taller than them.
Yeah, way taller.
What are you, 6'10", 6'9"?
I'm 6'8.5".
Wow. So you'd be a small power forward anyway. They'd probably move you to the 3 in the NBA.
Yeah, I don't know why they got me down as a 4 right now, but I'm really a 3. But
different teams are structured differently, though, too. It probably is the way they're built.
Well, you have an amazing ability at getting to the rim. I watched your clips, man. You have a fantastic ability to get to the rim. You have unbelievable handle for a guy your size. You can handle the ball. You do play a little. I never watched your defensive game, and you're saying that you're a great defensive player, which I love defense. That's what I build pride to. If you're a good defensive player, your offensive game will pick up. You look at Jimmy Butler. When Jimmy Butler came to the NBA from Marquette, he wasn't a good offensive player. He was a great defensive player. It took him a little while, but he's the same size as you, 6'8". He was a 3 coming out of Marquette, and you saw what Jimmy Butler has become. He's become one of the best players in the NBA, and I think having that ability, it's very hard to teach defense. It's easier to teach offense, much easier to teach offense. If you have that defensive ability that you can shut down a player at your position, that makes you that much better than everybody else on the court.
Duncan, you were also mentioning Kawhi Leonard, too. He was the same way. He was like a 9 point per game scorer at San Diego State. His offensive game was not developed really at all, and it only took until maybe 3 or 4 years into his career for that to develop. But his defense was always fantastic, as that a lot of players that come from San Diego State are like that.
Right. I mean, that's Kawhi for you. That's why he's one of the highest. He's about to be one of the highest paid players in the league.
Well, Kawhi is one of the highest paid players in the NBA. He just got that Clippers contract. And listen, when you make it to the NBA, and you will, the NBA. They make these players with the new TV deals and what the CBA, even though COVID-19 has really affected it, by the time you're ready to come into the NBA, the CBAs are going to be completely different. There's going to be more money to be paid to some of you young players. You'll probably make more money coming out of the draft than we've ever seen anybody come out of the draft. I mean, the NFL, they've taken money away from the number 1 pick. The number 1 picks used to make a lot more money. And now in the NBA, these number 1 top 5 picks, they make more money every single year, being that they're a top pick. So it's really unique the way different sports work. But my second question to ask you is what is your favorite snack to eat before a game?
Before a game, I really don't eat anything ever. I never eat anything. I might eat some Starburst maybe, but I don't eat anything before a game.
Oh, you're a Starburst fan.
Favorite flavor in the traditional pack and favorite flavor of any other variety packs?
He likes them all.
Traditional.
No, what's your favorite of the four types in the traditional?
What you mean? It's only
There's 4. There's the pink one, the orange, yellow, red.
I like the orange.
Oh,
that's my favorite too. Pink. Okay.
All right, I like the pink too. Orange and pink are my favorites.
Mine too.
But orange, there's just something about orange. It has that sweet taste, I'll tell you what, what it kind of tastes like, but I won't do it on radio.
No,
just
you
kidding.
will not.
Just kidding. Anyways, last question to ask you, blondes or brunettes, and why?
Probably brunettes. I don't see that many blondes where I stay at.
Well, you're going to a nice city where there are a lot of blondes walking around, so you're going to have a lot of fun of it. Are you dating anybody? You have a girlfriend?
Nah, I ain't got no girlfriend right now.
Oh, man, he's a free agent, ladies. He's a free agent. So Mr. Duncan Powell is on the prowl. So beware over there at North Carolina A&T, because he's out and he's ready to sniff out the beef. You know what I'm talking about. So, Duncan, you have any questions for us before we let you go?
Nah, that's it. That's it. I mean, what? Well, actually, who's probably the most notable alumni of this radio show right here?
Oh, it would be me.
Of course.
that,
Was coming.
that would be. I was actually a very big athlete too. Growing up, I was a big time hockey player. I was a top prospect in the country before I hurt my knee when I was 17. I was looked at as being a top, late first round, early second round draft pick in the NHL before I hurt my knee, and I lost my ride, and it's a long story, Duncan. When you get into the NBA and you invite me over to your NBA party, I'll tell you the whole story. How's that sound?
The show.
It's definitely. I want you to do well, man. I'm going to be rooting for you. I want you to be a friend and a fan of the show. Do you have our app, my friend? Do you have our app?
No, I don't have the app yet.
All right. Well, my producer over here sitting next to me is going to send you. Do you have an iPhone or do you have an Android?
I have an iPhone.
All right. Do you follow us on our social medias?
Yes, I do.
All right. So I'll send you my song. Dude, I'm going to follow you, man. I'm going to follow you. I want you to play well this year. I want you to make the NCAA tournament, and I want to see you make some I want you to make a roll over there in that tournament, man. I want you to do well.
For sure that.
And then you get drafted by the Knicks and then become a superstar.
Oh man, I don't know where I'm gonna go after that, but it's a possibility. I don't know about the Knicks.
Oh, come on, man. I mean, that's my team, man. By the way, what do you think about these Harden trade rumors? Harden going to the Nets.
That's gonna be crazy. That's a finals team right there.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna screw. You have Harden and Kyrie Irving on one team, two ball hogs. I don't know, man. I don't know.
If they get it to work, it's gonna work.
Oh yeah, if they get it to work.
Yeah, that's a big if.
Do you think Steve Nash is gonna get it to work?
Man, you never know.
That's true. You never know. That is true. That is true. Duncan, thank you for joining us. We'll be in touch. My producer will send you how you can download our app, and let's stay in touch, bro. I want you to come on the show again.
Most definitely. Appreciate you for having me.